I promise it's easy. All products I talk about today are linked below in the description. And what's even better is that you can get results from this product super fast, unlike other anti-aging products like retinol, which can take months to see benefit. With this step here, you can literally see improvement overnight. Let's talk about your dull skin. It definitely doesn't look like it used to. But why? The truth is, this is happening to all of us as we age. I have so many patients who come into my exam room and complain about dull skin. They think they need to come see a dermatologist and buy super expensive products and procedures to fix this. And when I ask them, what are you using on your skin? They often tell me that they do not have a solid skincare routine, and I learned that they do not have one of the best products aimed at dull skin in their routine. My advice to you is to build your foundation for your total skin health first, before you start trying to spend a ton of money on expensive products and procedures. See how far you can get with the basics first and add on from there as needed. Save yourself time and money, improve your knowledge about your skin, and improve your consistency to get much better long-term results. So let's fill in your knowledge gap first. Do you know why your skin looks dull? Well, it's not your fault. As the skin ages, the turnover of skin cells slows down. You see, what normally happens is that new skin cells form and they migrate up to the very top layer of the skin called the stratum corneum. This forms the outer layer of the skin barrier. And this is where the skin cells stay at the end of their life cycle for a period of time. When you are young, it stays for a super short time and then sloughs away, revealing new, glowing skin underneath. But as you age, this process slows down. So those dead skin cells just sit on the outer layer for longer and longer instead of sloughing away more quickly. This simply causes a buildup of dead skin cells on the stratum corneum. Why is this a problem? Well, this extra thickened layer of your stratum corneum traps light instead of allowing it to reflect or bounce off the skin. When light is reflected off the skin, it gives off a luminous, youthful glow. And that is what you lose as you age. Now that you know what the problem is, can you guess how we fix it? You add a product to your skincare routine to help gently exfoliate this outermost layer of skin. By paring down this thick layer of skin cells, you will allow your healthy glow to shine through. You will also improve the texture of your skin and your overall complexion. The key ingredient in this product should be a topical acid, either a beta-hydroxy acid like salicylic acid or an alpha-hydroxy acid like glycolic acid or lactic acid. These acids work by loosening up the skin cell connections or breaking their bonds so they are not so sticky to each other. This way, they can peel or slough away more easily. It is effectively decreasing the thickness of your stratum corneum. And when it does that, you will have a glowing and smooth complexion. Now, the major mistake that people make with exfoliation is that they choose physical exfoliants instead of chemical exfoliants. Now, when I say physical exfoliant, I want you to think of those products that are a scrub, something with a gritty texture to it. This texture is meant to manually scrub away the skin layer. A chemical exfoliant, on the other hand, will use topical acids to dissolve it without scrubbing. I much prefer chemical exfoliants, and that is what I am recommending in this video. They are very effective and much less likely to cause problems with your skin barrier. You do not want to accidentally wreck your skin barrier with exfoliating because your skin will not look glowy if it's dry, red, and inflamed from harsh scrubbing. There are 4 main ways that you can incorporate a topical acid into your routine. Depending on your skin type and situation, you can take one of my 4 approaches here. Option number 1, use an exfoliating cleanser. Choose this option if you have sensitive, dry, or rosacea-prone skin. Or if you have never tried an exfoliant before, this is a great place to start. Here are my top examples of exfoliating cleansers. These are 2 of my favorite drugstore chemical exfoliating cleansers. This one by CeraVe is a salicylic acid cleanser. It is gentle enough to use up to daily if this is what your skin needs. Notice that this is not considered or marketed as an acne cleanser because it is a little more gentle than a classic salicylic acid acne cleanser. I have an entire video dedicated just to this cleanser, so check that out for the full rundown. It's an amazing product and gets equally amazing reviews from my followers and patients. The second one is by L'Oreal, and it's the 3.5% glycolic cleanser. This also has salicylic acid in the ingredients list. This is usually my go-to budget recommendation because I think this is so effective. And I especially love that it discloses what percentage of glycolic acid is in this product. That really helps you, the consumer, decide if this strength is right for you. You cannot go wrong with either of these products. Now I'll mention two alternative options here that come at a higher price point. Do not feel like you have to spend more on a cleanser. In fact, I recommend that you start with the more gentle and affordable options first to see if your skin tolerates it, and then you can go up from there to one of these more expensive and stronger cleansers if you need to. The first is by Glytone. It's the mild gel cleanser. Now, Glytone is one of the brands that has just a few products that I believe are worth spending a bit more money on than a drugstore product. I almost never take that stance on this channel because I have seen so many times how affordable products can revolutionize the skin. But if you are not getting enough results from one of these affordable cleansers, it is time you look into one of these products as the next option. And this Glytone cleanser has a free acid value of 4.7, so this is stronger than the L'Oreal option. You are paying more for a higher percentage of the active ingredient. Besides that hero ingredient, it has a simple ingredients list and it is fragrance-free, so this is very unlikely to irritate the skin. This can be used daily if your skin needs exfoliation that frequently, is gentle enough for that. Also, as a side note, this cleanser is my top pick for those who are pregnant because it does not contain salicylic acid like many of the other cleansers will sneak into their ingredients list. And some people prefer not to use salicylic acid during pregnancy. The other pricier option I recommend is by SkinCeuticals, the Glycolic Renewal Cleanser. It has a free acid value of 8%. And it has salicylic acid and phytic acid in it as well. This is pretty strong, so I would not recommend starting with this one. But if you have tried the others, you have no irritation and want even more drastic results, this may be your answer. It also has aloe in it, which helps soothe the skin and offset the potential irritation from the strong dose of topical acid. This is linked below as well. Option number 2, use a leave-on topical acid. Choose this option if you are acne prone, have normal to oily skin, or if you also suffer with hyperpigmentation or dark spots on the skin. Here are some of my favorite leave-on chemical exfoliants. The Ordinary Toning Solution. This is 7% glycolic acid. The Ordinary is a great skincare brand because they really focus on the active ingredients, often telling us the exact percentage of that ingredient, and they are always affordable. So it's easy to try new products with this brand and find what agrees with your skin without breaking the bank. This is a great option. L'Oreal has a 10% glycolic acid serum that I love as well. In Paula's Choice, BHA liquid exfoliant is 2% salicylic acid. This feels incredible on the skin and wears really well under makeup. This is in a ton of my other videos. It's a holy grail product for sure. Option number 3, use an exfoliating pad. Choose this if you have dry skin or rough texture skin. This is borderline a physical exfoliant in my opinion because you can really overdo it if you use this pad to scrub or rub the skin too harshly. So use caution with this approach. Here are a few of my favorites. My top budget pick is by L'Oreal. It's their 10% glycolic acid pads. This can definitely tingle a little bit when applied to the skin, which is true of glycolic products in general because glycolic acid tends to penetrate a bit deeper as it is water soluble. However, for me, this lasts only about a minute, then my face feels totally normal after that. You do not have to use this daily and probably should not for most skin types. It is super effective just once or twice a week. The other option that I have also been trying lately and really love is by Skin Fix. This is far from cheap. That is why I first gave you the budget-friendly option, which is plenty good. You do not need to start here with this Skin Fix product. However, since I use this and love it, I'm going to put it on your radar here in this video in case you are looking for another option. This product initially interested me because of the variety of acids it has in it, and they actually tell us the percentage of each, which is always a preference of mine. So this has 5% glycolic acid, 5% lactic acid, 2% salicylic acid, 2% niacinamide, and a 2% fruit enzyme blend that also acts as an exfoliant. I also love using this because, unlike the L'Oreal one, this does not feel as stinging or tingly on my skin. So this is overall a more pleasant experience for me. So if you are more of a sensitive skin type, you may want to spend a bit more on a product like this one, but totally up to you and your budget. I think it's fine to use the L'Oreal one, which is actually the one I have used for years. And option number 4, use an exfoliating mask. Choose this if you want to exfoliate less often, but still get similar results as you would with the other products I mentioned earlier. My top budget pick is the Ordinary 2% salicylic acid mask. This is great for acne-prone skin as well because of the salicylic acid ingredient, which we know is a great treatment for acne. And it contains charcoal and clay, which helps unclog the pores and further improve the texture of the skin. This is super affordable and really easy to incorporate into your routine because you only need it once or twice a week. So now you are convinced that you need a topical acid and you are excited to try one of my 4 approaches. But how do you use it in your routine? Well, everyone's routine will look a little different, but here are a few ways you can try this. Use your exfoliating product in the morning if you have a retinoid in your routine, like a retinol or tretinoin. I prefer to use the retinoid at night instead of mixing it with an acid. You will use the acid in the morning or on alternating nights with the retinoid. If you do not have a retinoid in your routine, then it's okay to use this exfoliating step at night or in the morning, whichever works best for you. Here are my skincare routine examples for incorporating an exfoliant.